Good evening, and welcome to a special edition of VIDEOSYNCRACIES. We are covering the ongoing negotiations between God and Gabriel over the creation of the world. With me tonight is John Tenike. I'm Tom Soder, and we'll be covering this story as it develops. John, you've been covering this story for a long time. Can you tell me a little of the background in the God-Gabriel negotiation that's been going on?
Well, this has been something which has been brewing for a long time. There's been a lot of what you might call under the scenes kind of things going on, and they've kind of come to a point now where we have to really get the contract worked out.
It's been pretty heated right now. What are the main sticking points between God and Gabriel as you see it, John?
As I see it, the main sticking points between God and Gabriel are working days.
Working days?
Yes, working days.
Well, I hear we have a live report coming now from the negotiating table, so we'll go there now, and we will be back as the negotiations progress.
Well?
Well, Almighty, I'm afraid we can't help you.
What?
After consulting with my fellow angels, it was duly decided that a contract is a contract, and, well, we have fulfilled this one to the letter, so we just...
Oh, Gabriel, you're so officious. You used to be one of my favorite angels.
Used to be.
All I'm asking for is one extra day.
But, Lord, 6 days helping you create the entire universe was no picnic, you know. Besides, some of the boys think that, well, you should have seen this one coming. Oh, omniscient one.
Come now, Gabriel, even the best laid plans. Besides, to be frank, and I always am, your angels aren't exactly pulling their weight anymore since you unionized them.
But, Lord, without that union, we wouldn't even have wings. I mean, getting those out of you was like getting...
Never mind what it was like. Will your boys work or not?
Oh, this is the awesome
Well,
path
looks
of God,
pretty
isn't
rough
it?
there,
That's right.
John.
I recognize it.
Well, I think that all negotiations are difficult, and especially now with so much union busting going on, I think you're finding now that the tables and the tides are turning, and no longer are the unions able to really muscle their way past labor.
It seems to me that that's a very valid point, that in fact God is trying some very strong-arm tactics with Gabriel and using intimidation. I've understood that he has union busters waiting in the ranks, on the street and in the clouds.
It's true. God has learned a lot from Jimmy Hoffa.
Uh-huh.
And the main thing is here that he is, yes, he is using some strong-arm techniques, but heaven knows those angels can sure bounce back.
Well, do you think there's any chance that God will end up as Jimmy Hoffa did?
No. Yeah.
Yes? No?
It's always possible, yeah.
I mean, you've talked with many of the angels.
Yes, I have, yeah.
And what are the angels' feelings right now about it, John?
The angels are sticking right behind their Gabriel. They're pretty much rank and file. They're in there. They are really they're united.
I understand that Lucifer has been getting his hand in the negotiations and saying that doing a little agitating there amongst the angels.
Lucifer never played fair.
Yes, well, that's why he was thrown out of the Union, and in fact, there was talk of decertifying the Union, as I remember.
There's also a problem, too, with Lucifer may come back as scab labor.
Scab labor, Lucifer scab labor. Well, we will be having another report coming from the negotiating table as things progress, and I'm a little concerned because we're ready to go right now, John.
Oh, okay, let's roll.
No need to be concerned. Here we go.
Yes.
Well...
Oh, God. I'm afraid we can't help you.
Oh.
Yeah. After duly consulting with my fellow angels, it was decided that a contract is a contract, and, oh, look, we fulfilled this one to the letter, so, you know, give me a break.
Gabriel, you're so officious, you know. You used to be one of my favorite angels, boy. I can remember. You know, all I'm asking for one extra day. I don't see the big deal.
1 extra day. All he's asking for is 1 extra day.
That's right.
Oh, look, enough is enough. I mean, 6 days helping you create the entire universe was no picnic, you know? Besides, we think that you should have seen this one coming Oh, omniscient one.
Oh, that's a big word.
Come on now, Gabriel. You know, even the best laid plans. I mean, listen, you know, I gotta be honest with you. You know, my friend, your angels aren't exactly pulling their weight anymore since you unionized them.
Oh, yeah, but listen, without that union, we wouldn't even have wings. I mean, getting those out here was like getting blood out of...
never mind what it was like, you know? I mean, listen. The important thing is, will your boys work or not?
Oh, this is the awesome wrath of God. Oh, back off. Look, we have fulfilled our contractual obligation. And besides, we don't get any mention in any of your future biographies as per the contracts. So,
well, listen,
you'll be getting all the glory, all the praise.
Gabe, listen to me. I want you to do this for me, okay? You're my friend, you know. I can remember, do you remember those days? Remember you were this little cherubim floating in the void? Void days, silly.
Stick to the contract, shall we?
Oh, damn the contract already. Boy, you know, we never should have signed it in the first place. You know, I'm telling you, that was a really, really stupid thing to do. I don't think that we should have signed the contract. Now the Earth is listen to me. Now the Earth is gonna have like disease, war,
This is Earth?
famine. The Earth is gonna have it.
No. No, it looked like such a nice place.
No.
In fact, I'd like to go there someday. You can't.
You know, maybe we can arrange that.
What do you mean, maybe?
Contract.
Oh, oh, you are a crafty one, aren't you? Oh, cheers.
And maybe a promotion would be in order, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Promotion?
Oh, yeah.
Well, listen here, buddy. I will settle for nothing less than Archangel.
Oh, you're kidding? The guy I have now would bust my ass if I got him.
Oh, come on, you can see to that. God.
All right.
God, after all, let's face it.
All right. Archangel, okay? Now, how about my day?
Out of the question. I'll give you a night.
Oh, you do such lousy work at night, you angels.
Ooh.
Oh, all right, I'll take a night. Okay. But I need at least 3.
Oh, look, maybe if you throw in those halos you've been promising us for forever.
You know what I'm gonna do.
You're gonna give me a halo right now, aren't you? All right.
All right.
I'll give you 2 nights. 2 is my final offer.
It's a deal, it's a deal. It's not enough time to iron everything out, but it's a deal.
Okay. You know, I like you. And listen, you know, let's keep this between us 2, shall we? I mean, nothing about any more than 6 days, you know what I mean?
No one's gonna know a word, okay? We all have our reputations to protect. That's right. That's right.
Archangel.
Yeah.
Oh, listen.
Yeah.
Listen. No. If anyone complains about any minor imperfections, you know, just blame it on my predecessor. I hate the guy's guts. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So how do you want to come down Earth? Tell me.
Oh. I want to come down in a shower of light.
All right.
I want some cherubim and seraphim singing in the background. Oh, God. Maybe a spaceship or something. No.
Too much.
I know. I want to have a long white flowing gown and a harp.
Good.
I could take him a special message like Miller Lite is good for you. Or, something like...
Hi, I'm John Tenike back here with our VIDEOSYNCRACIES special report, and with me is Mr. Carl Kissen.
Glad to join you, John.
Good to have you here, Carl.
Thank you.
You know, I've noticed in these latest negotiations that there seem to be some dirty backroom deals going on.
Well, John, corruption is all over, and it's hard to avoid it. Even in a seemingly uncorrupt place like heaven, you're bound to have scams, you're bound to have people vying to improve their lot, improve their position. You have to remember, a lot of politicians, amazingly enough, do make it to heaven, and because they know the right people, and they're calling a lot of the shots up in heaven, and so they're you know, doing dirty work behind the scenes. You don't see them, but they're definitely having an effect on the negotiations.
Now that brings to mind another point, which I did here and there also, the point with Gabriel saying, hey, how about our halos?
Yeah, you know, halos have been a bone of contention for many years because, first of all, they really look good at parties, and people are really impressed. When you come in with a halo, I mean, it's almost like, you know, you don't have to have an American Express gold card, nothing. You've just got it all right there.
And of course, there's this other thing, too, of, I've heard this term recently, Japanese heaven.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because the Japanese are years ahead of us in heaven. Now, I know a lot of people think that we all go to the same heaven, but again, sorry to put down a myth. There are sections and sectors, and the Japanese are much more organized. They only needed 3.5 days to do the same, to create the same world, and they create a much better product. Problem is, it's sometimes hard to import some of the things, some of the wings, and there are quotas on them.
Thank you, Carl.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's good talking to you.
I think we should thank each other.
Well, Marty, I'm afraid we can't help you.
No.
After consulting with my fellow angels, it was decided that a contract, and we have fulfilled this one to the letter, so...
Gabriel, you're so officious, you know? You used to be one of my favorite angels. You right up there with the one that blows the horn.
I am the one that blows the horn.
Oh, well, nobody's perfect. All I'm asking for is 1 extra day. Do you believe this? I have to negotiate with my own angel. I shouldn't have to do this. I'm God.
Look, Lord, enough is enough. I mean, 6 days helping you create the entire universe because you couldn't do it by yourself was no picnic.
Listen, Gabriel, you know, even the best laid plans. I mean, to be perfectly frank, your angels aren't exactly pulling their weight anymore since you unionized them.
Hey, well, listen, without that union, we wouldn't even have wings. I mean, getting those out of you was like getting
Never
blood out of
mind what it was like. Will your boys work or not?
Ah, and I suppose this is the awesome wrath of God we hear so much about, huh?
I'm trying.
Yeah.
You...
Well, we have fulfilled our contractual obligation. And, we don't get any mention in any of your future biographies as per contract. You'll be getting all the glory and all the praise.
I'll try buttering him up. You know, how you've changed, Gabriel. You used to be this darling little cherubim floating in the void, not annoying anybody. You were the most darling little angel I'd ever seen.
Let's just stick to the contract, shall we?
Oh, it didn't work. Damn the contract, you know. I never should have signed it. That and my divorce papers. You know, Earth was to have been such a perfect place. Now there's going to be disease, war, famine, Channel 11.
Oh, yeah, Earth looked like quite a nice place. Unusual for you. I think I'd like to go there someday.
Maybe that could be arranged.
Maybe?
Yeah. Contract.
Oh, you are a crafty one sometimes, you know that?
And maybe a promotion would be in order.
Promotion?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I could settle for nothing less than Archangel.
Well, the guy I have there now really has a temper. If I ask him to leave, he might separate my nose from my face.
Oh, come on, you can see to that.
All right, Archangel. Now, how about my day?
Out of the question. I'll give you a night.
Gabriel, your angels do such shoddy work at night.
Okay,
I'm always
forget it.
cleaning up after them, and they never get the corners right. Oh, all right, you win. But I'll need at least 3 nights.
3, huh? Okay. Throw in those halos you've been promising us, and I'll see about 2. 2 is my final offer.
It's not nearly enough time to work everything out, but it's a deal.
Good. Hey, and not a word of this to anyone, okay? I mean, it's just between us two, you know what I mean?
You kidding? Nothing's going to leave this room. We all have our reputations to protect.
That's right.
You're my witness. Okay, the man is dishonest. He's responsible for video games.
And if anybody has any problems with any of the minor imperfections, just blame it on my predecessor.
Sure, no problem.
Good. You know, I do have some smartness about me.
Real witty.
Now, about my descension to Earth, I want to have a choir singing in the background, a burst of light preceding me, a halo, of course, long flowing robes. I want to take them a special message. Oh, yeah, I can see it now. It's going to be great.
You're going to love Earth. You know, wait till you try pizza.
Well,
really
Things
good
look to
time.
be getting pretty tense there, Carl.
I think so, Tom. As a matter of fact, my analysis of the situation is that Gabriel seems to be getting the upper hand, which is pretty amazing when you figure that God used to be quite a macho man in his own way.
It seems to me to indicate the growing weakness of management and the increasing strength of labor. The popular myth that management is stronger than labor seems to have been disproved by this scene we've had from recent negotiations.
I think so. I think it's part of changing times, and I think also that there aren't very many lawyers in heaven, and I think God could use a good lawyer to help him argue with Gabriel.
It seems to me this cost-cutting measure that God has been practicing of trying to do the negotiating himself is not good. And it worked many years ago, but now it seems to me that it's a hindrance rather than a help.
I agree, and there have been many cost-cutting measures that they've employed in heaven, and it just hasn't worked. There are rumors that a lot of illegal aliens have been crossing the border from purgatory, coming into heaven, working for cheap rates, but they aren't getting the job done.
No, obviously this comment about cleaning the corners, it has been an increasing problem, sanitation in heaven. There've been a lot of talk about the potholes and the problems with cats and dogs and rainy days. I think it's about time that we check in on another negotiation scene that's underway right now, and we will be back with our special report of Videosyncracies in a few minutes. Now let's take a look at some more negotiations, Carl. It's getting pretty intense there, and I think there's a major breakthrough coming in.
Well, Almighty God, I'm sorry, but we can't help you. After talking it over with my fellow crew members, it was duly decided that a contract's a contract, and we have fulfilled this one to the letter.
Oh, Gabriel, you're so officious. Why, you used to be one of my favorite angels. All I'm asking for is one extra day.
Enough is enough, Lord. I mean, after all, helping you create the universe in 6 days in this leaky old rowboat of yours was no picnic. And besides, you should have seen this one coming, omniscient one.
Oh, come now, Gabriel. Even the best laid plans. Besides, to be frank, the angels don't pull their weight anymore since you unionized them.
Benjamin, without that union, we wouldn't even have ours. And besides, you know, it's not so easy working with you. Getting anything out of you is like pulling teeth.
Oh, never mind what it was like. Will your boys work or not?
Oh, sure. I suppose this is the awesome wrath of God I've heard so much about. Well, I'm sorry, Almighty, but we have fulfilled our contractual obligations. And besides, we don't get any credit in future biographies as per contract. You get all the praise and all the glory.
My, how you've changed, Gabriel. Why, I remember you as a little cherubim floating in the void. Why, you were the most darling angel that I'd ever seen.
Contract, Lord, contract.
Oh, damn the contract. I never should have signed it.
Yeah, you did.
And that earth was to have been such a perfect place, too. As it stands now, there's going to be disease, war, famine,
Earth?
English subtitles.
Oh, I liked Earth. Oh, it was nice, lots of fjords. I'd like to go there someday, yeah.
Oh, well, maybe that could be arranged.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, possibly.
Contract. Yeah, you're a sly one for sure, yeah.
Oh, and maybe a little promotion would be in order.
Oh, yumpin' yiminy. I'd settle for nothing less than Archangel.
Oh, well, the chap I have there now is really very good.
Oh, I'm sure you can put his boat into dock.
All right, Archangel.
Yeah.
Now, how about my day?
Oh, that's out of the question, but I can give you a night.
Gabriel, your angels do such shoddy work at night.
Burst!
Oh, night is fine. But I'll need at least 3.
Oh, yeah, you throw in those halo fishnets you've been promising for so long, and I'll see about 2. But 2 is my final offer, yeah.
Well, it's not nearly enough to finish everything up.
but it's a deal.
Yeah, sure, Archangel. And not a word of this to anyone. I mean, if anyone asks, we took 6 days, yeah?
Oh,
Hi,
well, we all have
John
a
Tennick back here with
reputation
the
to protect.
Idiosyncrasy segment, and with me is a noted Swedish philosopher, Mr. Johan Johan. So, Mr. Johan, would you like to elaborate a little bit on the on what we've been seeing so far?
Danke schön. Oh, Yerpa apperdippy dapper do. Iter arpo e capiper et artiber. God to partibu. Bat tabu. Dipart appertibu. And to dare only hoopa hoopa Gondabear and Kenderber. Gondabear dio parter. Uda scooby dooby dar, after der ropar. Dieter Garber me lieber artibu. After boudet order par hoopa hoopa bar. Inger Stevens. Narpadi.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Johan Johan. Or as I'd say goodbye in Norwegian, goodbye, fisherman.
Good.
Well?
Well, Almighty God, I'm afraid we can't help you. After talking it over with my angels, it was duly decided that a contract is a contract. We fulfilled this one to the letter.
Oh, Gabriel, you're so officious. You used to be one of my favorite angels. All I'm asking for is one more day.
Enough is enough, Lord. Helping you create the universe in 6 days was no picnic. Besides, you should have seen this one coming, oh omniscient one.
Come now, Gabriel. Even the best laid plans. Besides, to be frank, the angels don't pull their weight anymore since you've unionized them.
Listen, without that union, we wouldn't even have warp drive. And besides, getting that out of you was...
Never mind what that was like. Will your boys work? Or not?
Oh, I suppose this is the awesome wrath of God I've heard so much about. Well, I'm sorry. Oh, waiting. We have fulfilled our contractual obligations. And besides, we don't get any credit in your future biographies. Oh, as per contract, you get all the praise. You get all, the glory.
Just a little cherubim floating in the void. You were the most darling little angel I
Contract, Lord. Contract.
Damn the contract! I never should have signed it in the first place. Oh well. And that planet Earth was to be such a perfect place. As it stands now, there's going to be disease, war, famine.
I adored Earth. I'd like to go there someday.
Maybe that could be arranged.
Yes?
Maybe.
Contract. Oh, you are a crafty one as well as being lovely.
And maybe a promotion would be in order.
Well, I'm up for Archangel.
The captain I have there now is really very good.
Oh, I'm sure a woman of your power and influence could do something.
All right. All right, Archangel. Now, what about my day?
It's out of the question. But I can give you a night.
Gabriel, Your angels do such shoddy work at night. All right. But I'll need at least 3.
You throw in those halos you've been promising for so long, and I can give you 2, but 2 is my final offer.
It isn't nearly enough time to iron things out, but... All right. It's a deal.
And not a word of this to anyone. 6 days was all it took.
Yes, we all have our reputations to protect.
I can see myself now as Archangel. Listen, I wanted to send out of the cloud with a fleet of starships behind me. Perhaps a few Vulcans in case anything gets illogical. We can come down out of the sky, beaming in millions of our soldiers.
Well, Carl, things seem to be getting pretty hairy there. This is Tom Soder, back with Carl Kissing in a special report of Idiosyncrasies. Those negotiations seem to be getting rough.
Rough indeed. I thought it was more rough than a dilithium crystal exploding.
Well, do you think that the warp drive negotiation tactics of the implosion factor is going to make a difference?
They can't do it, man. How are they going to build the Earth in the time God wants? These superpowers, they have no reason. They just demand whatever they want, and they think you can do it. I can't change the laws of physics.
It's pretty rough. Carl. Well, we're about out of time here on the negotiation, but as we can see, nothing has really been resolved. Next week, we'll be back with more of this coverage. For Carl Kissing, this is Tom Soder. Good night.
They should blast them with some phasers.
Hi, I'm Robert Doyle, but you can call me Bob, and that's the kind of governor I'm gonna be. I want to be one of you, because I came from the same place you did and you are. I understand the people. I have empathy. And with me as your head, you'll have one of yourself. I'm not too bright, but that's like